Hi, Zizaran here with a bunch of changes. This is not even that much long after the interview. I guess it's like 10 hours after the interview, and if you haven't seen that already, that is up on my YouTube. But either way, there are changes. Let's read through them and see what they are. Today, we are continuing to work on changes based on player feedback, and this is a list of updates we've finished internally. We'll be deploying the following changes over the next few days. So obviously, they're continuously working on stuff. These are not the only changes we're investigating, and they do not represent a full list of what players are reporting to us. Player ballads. Now that we have a lot of the nerfs out of the way, we can concentrate on buffing things that are not performing well. Sorceress changes. Arc now does a lightning explosion when it hits a shocked enemy, but can no longer shock. It does not consume the shock. Eye of Winter now gains bonus elemental damage when passing through other elemental orbs like Solar Orb, Orb of Storms, or Frostbomb. Actually, this could be kind of cool with the pet that shocks all the time. Incinerate exposure has been increased to 8 seconds from 2. 2 was the original. Mana Tempest can now be used with all spells, and it's been changed to cause empowered spells to split to additional targets instead of chaining or forking. Frostbolt explosion radius by 50%. Ice Nova freeze buildup increased significantly. Frostbomb exposure duration to 8 seconds. Mana Remnant now works with other elements than just shock. And we are lowering the delay for Ignite spreading to 1 second from 2. Oh, man. Okay, I don't know if that's enough. I don't know, but maybe somebody will play with it now. I don't know. That's still 1 second is forever like, I wish it would just spread. I wish it would just proliferate. 1 second is a lot. It is 50%. It's 100% better. But I just don't understand why there is a delay, I guess. Like, I love it in PoE 1. Maybe 0.1 second? Yeah. Chaos Inoculation now prevents bleeding. Then we know what's coming. I'm so happy. The passive clusters that grant you additional stun threshold based on energy shield now also increase your element threshold. You will no longer bring Night Shield, Frozen Shocked as often as when you using CI. Huntress specific changes. Parried enemies can no longer evade your attacks. Energy Shield no longer prevent bleeding from being applied. I don't know why this is under Energy Shield or Huntress specific, but okay, we now have bleed. Thank you, GGG. That's huge. I'm so glad I brought that up. That's funny. I'm so happy. The spear stuck in enemies by rapid assault now always bleeds on hit when you detonate. The AoE has been increased by 20 and detonate does 67% more damage. You can make bleed builds now, yeah. Well, you already could, but the frustrating part, if you didn't understand, like, whenever you got an energy shield monster, you just had to slowly whittle through its energy shield before it could actually take damage. Spare field's duration has been increased to 10 seconds from 6. Damages growth 30 more damage by level 20 from Spare Field. Herald of Blood no longer deletes the corpse of Varus or Enis, allowing you to use Ritual Sacrifice. Temper Weapon on Smith and Katava now adds 3 empowerments per strike and is 25% faster. The damage might need to come down a little. That's fair. Shield Wall is now detonatable with War Cries. Armor Break being applied to players by monsters no longer has... Armor Break being applied to players by monsters no longer has the 20% extra fist damage modifier that was intended only to be a buff for players. We have also reduced its duration to 4 seconds from 12. There was a bug where partial armor breaks were never removed on the player. Ranger specific changes. Stormcaller Arrow non-proliferates shock to nearby enemies in a small radius is that its radius increased by 50. Lightning Rod damage has been increased by 30, duration increased to 20 seconds. Lightning Arrow has had the radius of the arc increased at 50%. Tornado Shot's maximum duration increased to 15. We have added a new support gem called Inhibitor that prevents charges being consumed, but Yo! We've added a new support gem called Inhibitor that prevents charges being consumed, but increases the damage of supported skill by 4% for each charge you have. I can't remember who suggested that I bring that up, but whoever you are, you know who you are. You caused this. That was literally some guy in my chat, because I haven't played Huntress, right? That was not my suggestion. I just brought up something from a guy in chat. He was like, it would be really nice if we could like not use charges on a skill. But you did it. I just brought it up for you. Delirium encounters now last approximately 2.5 times longer. We've added several Artificer Orbs to fixed location through the campaign to allow you to craft with them more often. Awesome. We have also added runes for attributes, allowing you to fix early game requirement issues. We're also updating all runes to apply to wands and staves. The work will require adding specific mods for these items, but we're unsure if soul cores or talismans will be able to be added at the same time, but we want to do that eventually. Finding rares in the endgame. During endgame, a common issue is a rare missing in the corner that didn't happen. In order to mitigate this, we have changed the rares to show up on the minimap at all times. This is such a W patch. In like 8 hours. Matlin, obviously they've been working on some of this stuff like from the last patch. Matlin Waterways. We have made a change to the waterways to merge some sections, reducing the average number of levers by 6. Monster speed. One of the issues that is often reported is getting swarmed by monsters. We are currently doing a pass to investigate an issue and can probably talk about specific changes tomorrow. They're likely to be targeted specific monsters that are too difficult. A note about the ritual exploit. Recently, there was an exploit involving reducing the frog cost in combination with using a unique tablet. They occurred in the middle of the night, and unfortunately, we didn't fix an exploit until 8 hours after. We have banned 301 accounts that were clearly exploiting this. They will remain banned until the end of the current league. That's fair. Thankfully, the economic impact outside of the banned accounts is relatively small. And that's all the changes that we've finished today. The changes in post will be deployed over the next few days, but we should have more to report tomorrow. Wow. Wow. Okay. That was really cool. It's also, on a personal note, it's so cool that so many of the things I complained about got fixed that fast. That was cool. That was very cool. That's so cool. Thank you, sis. I mean, that's so cool. Wow. Wow. I knew you worked for GDD, you shill. But like, a huge props to GDD for like recognizing what they also agreed with for issues and putting in like actual good implementations. That's so cool. All right, I just wanted to make a quick video about it. If you haven't seen the interview yet, a lot of these things were things that we covered in the interview 8 hours ago. Can't believe that some of the things are like already coming. That's crazy. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Hope you guys enjoyed me reading over these patch notes. But either way, thanks for watching. Sub if you liked the video. But more importantly, try to die less than I do.